Hello y'all, and welcome to YoungFolk Knits. Today, let's chat a little bit about what I've been up to this week. Hello y'all, and welcome back to YoungFolk Knits. My name is Casey, and on this channel I mainly like to share all about my love for fiber. So there's lots of knitting, spinning, sewing, sometimes crochet, and anything else that I might decide to get up to around here. Sometimes I share about living on a small farm here in Arkansas where my husband, myself, and our children are beekeepers. We love to raise gardens and chickens and animals and spend lots of time outdoors here in the foothills of the Ozarks. So if any of that sounds like your cup of tea, then make sure and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any new video content. Today I wanted to jump right into chatting a little bit about what all I've been up to this week. On my last episode, I shared about a brand new cowl that has now officially begun, and that is the I Can Buy Myself Flowers cowl. Yes, it is inspired by the Miley Cyrus song. Thank you, Ashley, for coming up with that hashtag. So my friend Ashley from Design by So and So and myself are hosting a knit along where you can make any of the pressed flowers patterns by Amy Christoffers. There's a hat, there's a shawl, there's some socks, there's a pullover, there's a cardigan. Did I say a cowl? Cowl, not scarf. I'm not sure what I said. It's everything. Everything you could possibly want in this motif. So it's absolutely delicious. And we hope you will join us. It's started November 1st, 2023, and it's running through January 31st, 2024. So make sure and jump on the pressed flowers train with us. I had mentioned that I really want to finish my pressed flowers shawl, which I have still half of my last repeat before starting the border, and then I need to do the border. So I could definitely finish it. I will finish it for this knit along. I will. I have said it, so I must do it. But I also mentioned that I really want to make a hat, a pressed flowers hat, and I want to spin for the pressed flowers cardigan. So I'm going to use a ready-made yarn for my main color, but I really want to spin for my contrast color. I think that makes it much more doable. And I have just deliberated because there's so many different fiber dyers that I love. I feel like I couldn't really go wrong with any of them, but some of them that I had thought I really wanted to use, like the Union Fiber, I think I'm actually going to switch and use that for a cinnabar shawl or a different shawl that has some really nice squishy fabric texture to it. I think that for the pressed flowers cardigan though, I have landed on something I'm really happy with the colors. I think that they are nice and moody, but they're not too dark, and I think they're gonna really match either contrast color, either main color that I decide to put with my contrast color. So I'm gonna show y'all that fiber. Okay, this is a braid of Cinder and Smoke from 316 Dye Studio. It's absolutely stunning. I first saw this fiber when Jess from La Mercerie Yarn Store, she spun with it, and she sent me a message, and she was, because we were chatting a little bit about fiber. I recently called her store and she let me shop via pictures to pick some fiber out because they don't really have it on their website, but they do have it in store. So we had been chatting fiber and she showed me what she was spinning, and she was spinning this colorway. I'm not sure if it was on the same base, but it may be on the same base. This is a popular base whenever it comes to that sort of luxury fiber blend. So this is alpaca, merino, camel, and silk. I've only spun with this fiber blend once before, and it is a bit slick. So it's not like spinning cordell. It's not like spinning merino even. It is definitely a different experience, but I'm super excited because I do have my Shacked Matchless now, which I have been using for, let's see, it's been quite a few months now. How long have I had it? Did I get it in June? Maybe. So June, July, August, September, and October. Maybe I've had it for 5 months. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I think. That's what I think. I love the fact that on the Shacked Matchless, you can just make so many fine-tune adjustments very easily and very quickly. And I think that that is really nice whenever spinning a slippery yarn or anything that's not just super simple, straightforward. Corydale, for instance, absolute dream to spin on most spinning wheels, spindles. It's a great first time use fiber. I highly recommend if you're practicing, or even if you get a new wheel, or maybe you're switching to an electric wheel, or you decide you want to try a drop spindle, I highly recommend starting with Corydale fiber. I think that it's absolutely wonderful to practice with. It's got a nice staple length and it's got some grip to it. So it's a great fiber to use. Let me show you. Look at the deliciousness of this sprayed and these colors. The different fibers also take the dye differently, so it's just really stunning. Here's a little pre-prepared fiber that I have ready to start spinning. I just love it. So I think what I will do is spin this end to end, and I'm going to do a 2-ply and ply it with itself. That's my plan, and I think it will work out really well for the contrast color in my Pressed Flowers cardigan. I also want to mention that if you're not sure if your hand spun is the best quality, if it's not perfect, that's okay. First of all, that's the point of hand spun. I love hand spun that's not perfect. But if you find that it's not knitting up into the perfect fabric for you, I highly recommend knitting it in a pattern with some ready-to-use yarn that you can purchase from your yarn store, because that is going to give it a lot of stability and it's going to really even out the texture of your fabric. So like I said, I haven't really spun with this blend in a long time. I'm going to sample. Taji, if you're watching this, I'm going to sample. But who knows if this is going to turn out exactly the way I want it to. I hope so. I'm no expert at spinning, not in the least. So I think knitting this up with a more controlled yarn is going to make a difference in a really nice fabric. That's another good tip whenever you're starting out with using your hand spun, knitting with it. So this is what I'm going to use for my main color. It's a sport weight yarn, merino. And I have it in both this red color. It's a sort of rusty brick red. I got it at Rhinebeck. I have it in both this color and a hazelnut brown color. And I'm going to use this base for sure. I'm just not sure which color yet. I should know by next week and I'll let you know. But I think it, you know, either one, the brown or this rusty brick red, I think it will be really pretty with this fiber. That's one of the reasons I picked this fiber. I think it'll go well with either one. All right, so this is gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode because last few episodes I've done have been really long and I've shared a lot, and I really don't have just a ton of knitting progress to show today. So I just sort of wanted to give a little update and let y'all know what's happening. Maybe next week I will force myself to do a frog it or finish it video. I asked last week if y'all would be interested in a video like that, and I had a lot of people say yes, you would. So hopefully that wouldn't be too boring. But every time I think about starting it, I just feel this huge sense of overwhelm, and I don't know if I can do it. But I need to do it, so I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll do it next week. We'll see. Oh, I forgot to mention what I'm wearing. So this is one of my short sleeve ranunculi. I have knit up the ranunculus pattern a few times, and this is the first one that I actually ever knit. And it is made with Little Fox Yarn Co. I always feel like I mix those words up, but it's one of my favorite yarn dyers. This was on a base that they no longer carry, but it is a sport weight base that has a lot of plant fibers in it. I do know that it has a little bit of wool, but it also has some linen, some silk, and some cotton, I think. So it's got a lot of different fibers in it. It's not what I would call just super soft. It does feel rustic, but not in a bad way. It doesn't bother me. I think if I was super sweaty, it would itch a little bit, but overall I really like the yarn. I like the difference in color that it has from dyeing, and I just really like how this one turned out, and I wear it at home quite often. Okay. Let me catch up a little bit on my test knits. First things first, I'm going to show you my sailor cardigan, which I'm testing for Camellia Fiber Company in their merino worsted organic base. So this is actually a seamed cardigan, and I have completely finished the back, and the cardigan has a contrast color hem and collar, button band, and the cuffs of the sleeves. I'm sure you could do it all in one color if you wanted to, but I really like the look of the contrast color hem. And I ended up going for something that was pretty low contrast. So I am using rosewood as my main color, and my contrast color is dahlia. And I really, really love the squishiness of this. It has great stitch definition. So I think this yarn would knit up heavenly in cables, absolutely heavenly. So I've got the back completely finished. Let me see, what else do I have done? I have one front panel done. This is the left front panel. So here's the gentle V-neck and the armhole shaping on this side. I'm sorry, the sun is at a really weird angle and I can see it's throwing some weird shadows. Oh, that is not better. Okay, we're just gonna stick with this. Now I have started my right front panel. Your right front panel, whenever, you know, it's connecting to your cardigan, but I guess when worn, when you're actually wearing it, this is your left front panel, but the pattern calls it the right front panel. I don't know. So because it is a worsted weight yarn and the actual body fabric, not the ribbing, but the body fabric is knit on US 8 or 5mm needles, it knits up really fast. Yes, it's knit flat, so you do a lot of purling, but it still goes super fast and it doesn't bother me at all. I am an extremely loose knitter, but I tighten up a lot for my purls, and because of that, I have never really had a problem with rowing out. I think when I first started, I did have a little bit of rowing out. When I look back, I can see it a little bit in some of my first projects, but because I tighten up so much on my purl stitches, I don't tend to have a lot of that extra yarn that you get from wrapping those stitches. So even though purling can be hard on my hands sometimes because I tend to tighten up, I'm glad in a way that I do, because then I don't have to deal with the rowing out. Sort of a choose your own adventure, which would you rather have, I guess. If you do find that you row out in flat stockinette, a great tool to use is just another size needle. So you can just knit across your stitches on one size needle, and then whenever you get to the end and you're ready to go back, you can have a smaller size needle ready to go and purl back across on your smaller size needle. Maybe like one size down, you can try that out. And if you have an interchangeable set, you can actually put one size tip on one end and the other size tip on the other end, and you can just knit and purl back and forth with the two different size tips. And that definitely helps a lot of rowing out issues for most people. I'm excited to get that done. I still need to do 2 sleeves, which you also knit flat and seam. And I need to do the button bands. Button bands don't take me long at all, but this big sailor collar, I think it's gonna be a time investment. I hope I can finish in time. I think it's due November 26th. Whew. So yeah, I'm gonna really continue to work furiously on that. Okay, so another test knit that I have not shared yet, and the reason why is because I was waiting on some yarn, but it is a sorry, I almost said exactly what it was. A bit of a, this is a secret test knit for Andrea Mowry. When I say secret, it's not like, you know, ooh, this is in the vault type thing. But she does not share pictures of her patterns until she is ready to release them. So because of that, the test knits are what you would consider secret in that sense. So this pattern utilizes 3 colors, and I love them. Okay. All right. So I'm using these yummy colors from Salty Blonde Fibers. And nope, what is it? Salty Blonde what? I always just call it Salty Blonde. Salty Blonde Fine Fibers. I have used some of her yarn before. I love it. She actually used to be called Nerd String, I think. K-N-E-R-D, Nerd String. And she really does have these amazing moody colors, which I love. So I asked her if she would dye me up a custom order, and she was so sweet, and she dyed it up and sent it out to me so quickly. So this one, my main color is Nerd Ball. And then my 2 contrast colors here on the bottom are, you know what? Hang on. I'm gonna have to look back at my messages from her because I don't know. Okay, here we go. Found my messages. Let me see what Ryan said these were called. Okay. Yes. Now I remember. My main color here is, oh, got my microphone cord. Main color here is Nerd Ball. This is Oyster Bay. And this is Dandelion. I really like them. So these are all on her DK base. It's so soft and silky. And I am knitting this pattern with a US 6. It should be like a really quick knit. There's a lot of different fun techniques in this pattern, but there's also a lot of garter. Can I say that? So I have already cast this pattern on. I have not gotten very far yet though, because I was desperately trying to just finish the body of my cardigan before I started. And I still need to do the other front panel. So I have not finished that, but I went ahead and cast on because I don't want to get into a place where I don't finish. If I've at least got some progress done, then I kind of know a little bit more what to expect on how long it's taking me. So I'm glad I did go ahead and get started just so I can have a little bit more of an idea on timing. This one is due like the first week in December. So again, chop chop, Casey, chop chop. I am holding this in my Chelsea Yarns hot pink bag, which she had at Cakepalooza. I did not attend Cakepalooza, but I did order some yarn from her, and she threw one of those bags in for me. I was so excited because I'm not like a pink girl. Like hot pink is not really me, but when it comes to a bag, an accessory, it's very me. And I just want to sing, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Okay, I've also cast on something very, very fun that I am working on in a collaboration with Your Next Knit. And it involves Sandusgarn, Double Sunday, and Peer Gynt, which I'm a huge fan of. And it's color work. It's just, I'm very excited to show you that. But I'm going to show it to you next time. I'm not going to show it to you this time. So come back next time to see what that is. And also something really fun that I'm working on in a collaboration with Blackbird Fabrics. So yes, that's all going to be next time. So make sure to come back and see that. Before I go, I do want to show you a few yarn acquisitions. And I don't think that'll take too long. And when I get done, I am then going to start my spin for my Pressed Flowers cardigan. I am just so excited. I can't hold my horses. I can't hold my horses. So I will be starting that spin tonight. So let me show you some of this fun yarn, and then y'all can help me get started on my spin. So on a normal week, I really don't get a lot of acquisitions in at all. Everything just sort of happened to come in at once. So I do have quite a bit to show you, but stick in there because there are some discount codes to share with you as well. So first of all, I want to show you this gorgeous yarn that I received as a gift from Red Stag Fiber. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at those saturated colors. Aren't they beautiful? I think they're very classy too. I did not pick these colors out. They were picked out and sent to me, and I love them. I think that they did an amazing job in picking out my colors. And I got this really fun progress keeper that I think is maybe their logo that they sent as well. Okay, this is called Edinburgh Castle. So this is a Highland sport weight yarn. It is 100% non-superwash Peruvian wool. So it has 328 yards, and I love that color. It's got this really nice acorn brown color to it. And that's something that y'all will see as a theme of things I really love. It's non-superwash. It's a Peruvian wool, but it's not itchy. It feels good. It feels good, but it feels like wool. And I like that. It's not scratchy though. It's got a nice high twist to it, is what it looks like. I bet it's a 3-ply. What is this? But it has a nice twist to it. I like that a lot. This is their Highland Sport as well, and it is the color, ooh, I'm having trouble reading that one word. Mora Firth, maybe? This is one of my favorite ones that they sent. This color is gorgeous. Oh, I think it would make such a beautiful hat. Pressed flowers hat, y'all. This would be pretty. This is their Highland Sport as well, and it's called Brick Tavern. Y'all know this is me. Y'all already know I love this because I just showed you a sport weight yarn in this very same color that I picked out. So yeah, they nailed it. They nailed it. I love this. I cannot wait to knit with it. I actually think these 3 colors in some color work would be gorgeous. So thank you very much, Red Stag Fiber. And they very kindly offered a discount code for all of you as well. So if you decide that you would like to purchase some yarn from them, you are welcome to use the code all lowercase YoungFolk23 for 10% off your order. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is a book. Now, I figure you have all already seen this book. You probably have this book, but I am pumped for this book. I just really love everything that she makes. One of my absolute favorites from her new book is the Asopo cardigan. I really don't know how you're supposed to say that, but she said it in one of her episodes, so I need to go back and listen to it. It's stunning. It has lovely, lovely cables on the sleeves and on the pockets, and even the belt of this cardigan has some lovely texture on it. But I love how the cardigan itself, the body is a very simple stockinette. It is a worsted weight gauge, so I think it would knit up pretty quickly as far as a cardigan goes. I mean, this is a below the hip cardigan, so it's gonna take some time, even though it is a worsted weight. But for that length of a cardigan, I think that's really nice weight. And she has it where you can do it in, see, I'll try not to. She has it where you can do it in cropped or full length. I'm trying not to show all the info. But I really like that as well. There's just so many good patterns in here. Socks. I mean, I want to knit everything. Shipping for this was really expensive to the United States. And because of that, Mega from Skeins of Dreams and Mia from Knit and Grace, we all went in together and we did all 3 of our books on the same order so we could split shipping. And Mega did it for us, and then she mailed it to us. So thank you, girls, for being my fellow sorry lovers. I'm very excited to get this book. It's beautiful. It's a hardcover. It even has a really nice ribbon, the book ribbon, to hold your place. And this is 100% gonna be a heirloom knitting book that I will pass down to my kids because I love everything in it, and I think that it will be the type of patterns that will be beautiful forever. They're not dated. They're very classic and timeless, and I love it. In fact, the name of it is Softly Timeless Knits, and I could not agree more. So something else that came in the mail this last week is something I am very excited to share about. I'm so happy that finally I'm getting to knit with Ruby and Rose's yarn. Y'all, Addie is the sweetest, and she very kindly gifted me these skeins. It has allowed me to become part of her affiliate program. So these are all on her 8515 Superwash Merino Nylon 4-ply fingering weight base, which is one of my all-time favorite bases. And the 2 colors that I picked out from her new winter collection are actually a variegated speckled yarn, and it's tonal, what's the word? It's like it's tonal BFF. No, what's the word? Come to me, come to me. Work, brain, work. Coordinating, maybe? I think that's the word. we're going with it. The coordinating tonal, which is Inglenook. And I think they look so beautiful together. I really think that I want to make a Harlow hat and maybe do some fun striping with the two of these yarns. They're so soft and the color is so good. I also think that they would make a beautiful shawl. It's got some really nice drape. But I am feeling the hats lately, so maybe I'll do a Harlow brioche hat with a big brim that I can fold over. That's kind of what I'm thinking on these two. She also let me pick out this Cathedral Portal, which is not a new color, but I hope it is a forever color of hers because it is magnificent. It is so beautiful and it is very me. Let me give you a little bit closer look at these gorgeous skeins. So thank you very much, Addie. I am super excited to work with these yarns. And if you are interested in checking this yarn out, then you can use my link, which I will put in the description box below. And if you click on my link and decide to purchase anything, you can use the coupon YoungFolk, all caps, for $5 off if you are a new customer. So if you choose to do that, it helps both Addie and myself. So thank y'all. Okay, one last thing that I want to show you is a box that I received in the mail from Cozy Posy Yarn Co. Y'all, it is so good. Okay, first of all, she surprised me with something. I have never spun with 100% Cormo before. I don't think I have anyway. I got a lot of little nestlets from Nest Fiber Co. whenever I did sort of like a subscription thing, and I may have spun with Cormo in that, but I don't think so. So I was not prepared for whenever I opened this box up and found this incredibly gorgeous braid of 100% Cormo fiber. Look at this color. Look at this fiber. She is so sweet. I am in love. I cannot wait to spin this up. It feels amazing, and it feels like it will have some nice grip while I'm spinning with it. It really reminds me of a softer Corriedale. Corriedale is so nice to spin with, and I love that fiber. It's not necessarily the softest on the micron scale. This feels incredibly soft, but it also feels like a nice fluffy fiber that would spin up beautifully and easily. So I am very excited to spin this up, and I think I have the perfect yarn to do a combo spin with this, which I almost hate to do because I don't want to ruin my 100% Cormo by blending it with something else. Well, not really blending, by applying it with something else. But I think that I have the perfect braid to apply with this, and so I think it'll still look good. I'll show y'all that later, but this is amazing. I am in love. I'm going to definitely be needing some more Cormo. So I had been chatting with her, and she was going to send me some yarn to try out to make a ranunculus with, and she let me pick from all her colors. Four-wheeler's going. And as soon as I saw corduroy, that was it. I mean, I loved it immediately. It's absolutely beautiful. And she sent me 3 skeins of this beautiful speckled variegated yarn. This is her Posh base. So it's an 80-10-10. Superwash merino, cashmere, nylon, MCN base, and it's a 3-ply fingering weight. So I think what I'm going to do, I've got 3 of these. I think what I'm going to do for that ranunculus is hold these double, and then I've got a 3rd skein which I can just split and hold it double as well. This is going to be beautiful, and I think it's going to be such a lovely ranunculus. And then I also received this sage color, which, I don't know, y'all. This may be one of my favorite colors in the world. Look at this. Okay. This is a gorgeous green, sage green base, and then it has the most lovely rusty brown speckles throughout it. I mean, is there anything that's more me, honestly? I don't think so. I love this. This would make a perfect shawl. This would make a perfect summertime tee. I actually even thought that this might make a really nice mini mock neck tank. I'm not sure. Is 2 enough? Is 2 skeins enough to make a mini mock neck tank? I think so. I'll check. I will check. If not, this will make a perfect shawl. I mean, I have bought some yarn from her before, and I already knew her colorways are the bomb. So I am very, very excited to get those on my needles. All right, my friends, I am going to start my spinning journey for my pressed flowers cardigan. So let's head over to my wheel. All right, y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you enjoy videos like this, then make sure and give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel out so much, and it also ensures that you won't miss out on any new video content. I appreciate each and every one of your comments as well. I love going through and reading them. Sometimes I'm not the fastest at responding, but I do try to get back to the commenters. and I really appreciate that you take the time to leave me a little note. So thank y'all again for that. I hope you have a great week with whatever you get up to, and until next time, happy knitting, y'all.